At Brickworks, we've been busy. Our team has been hard at work exploring advanced technologies, testing new innovations, and connecting with the beauty, colour, and texture of our natural landscape. In collaboration with you and experts from across the globe, we've created a new collection of products designed to inspire, excite, and endure. Get ready to see what we've been up to. Get ready for Brickworks B20.
I'm here with the much-loved Australian designer, Adam Goodrum. So, Adam, you have worked with a really broad range of clients on lots of different types of products. And I dare say this is probably something quite different to what you've done before. I'm really keen to hear, how is this collaboration with Brickworks different to some of the others that you have worked on? And how did it actually come about?
It came about, I received a lovely phone call from Brett, and he asked me if I'd be interested to work on a project with Brickworks, which I was obviously thrilled. And he said they'd had a sort of increased demand with their existing collection of breeze blocks, and would I be interested to design a new one? So
sounds great. So I guess a lot of people wouldn't think of you or know of you as a furniture designer. You are an industrial designer, so the scope of what you do is actually much broader than that. Working on a new product like this with a different company and with a different medium, there must have been some things that you have learned and some of the new opportunities that have come out of this. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. Normally I kind of work in the furniture world. A lot of my projects are normally furniture. So whenever I receive a brief where it's something a little bit different, I'm always excited. But I guess in my practice, I've kind of always had a fascination for geometry and mathematics and repetition and pattern. And so it's kind of perfect. That's exactly what breeze blocks, endeavour to do. So it wasn't like it was in unfamiliar territory sort of to work on the project.
I'm just wondering if you could talk a little bit about some of the possibilities of those patterns and
yeah, so I guess the main premise of the design is that it's one building block that can be applied to hopefully endless, patterns and opportunities. Mm-hmm. It can be used in one layer in which, you get a certain number of opportunities. And then when it's doubled up as another layer, it kind of increases to get all these other levels. And I guess the majority of breeze blocks are just extrusion of a profile.
Yes.
Where this block, it's kind of got another plane, another relief, mm-hmm. and that gives more opportunity for the way the light hits it and pattern and shadow and that kind of thing.
Did you, I guess, in pushing the boundary of a block, did you come up? Did you have to resolve any issues that perhaps you may not have foreseen in the beginning, or were there any challenges that you had to overcome with the material you used or anything like that?
Maybe, probably just touching on the point that in Brickworks' existing collection, they were normally extruded profiles. Yes. So because we had this extra, I guess, layer to it, there was a few things that we had to overcome in regards to the production, just because it was a different form of production. But I'm incredibly happy with the result.
Well, I'd say that would probably be worth it, because I would think that this layering effect that you achieve is actually what gives the product this versatility.
Yeah, it's all about the way the light and the shadow hits in that extra level, and you can get the depth, particularly when it's in multiples. You get these most gorgeous patterns from it.
That's great. So, I think that breeze block has been such an iconic fixture in the Australian architecture from 50s, 60s and 70s. I've been told I'm too young to remember this, right?
Naturally, myself.
We're all too young for this, but we've seen photos, right? And I'm just wondering whether this nostalgia fed into some of your inspiration, or whether you were in any way influenced in how you design this, or is there a story of how you relate to block work, I suppose?
I grew up in coastal WA, and I was surrounded by houses of the 50s and 60s. And a lot of the architecture used breeze blocks, so I guess they're kind of familiar. And our family home, we face the south, and you get a very strong afternoon breeze called the Fremantle Doctor, which is like 30 knots.
Yes.
And we had this little cove of actually breeze blocks that would protect you so you wouldn't cop all the wind coming into the front door to blow you away, but there'd still be a little bit of ventilation. And then from the street, it was kind of this interesting pattern that it was at the front door. So
Beautiful.
I guess they're kind of familiar, that I think they're sort of, the symbol of the quintessential, indoor, outdoor Australian lifestyle. And I think because of the scale, I'm really interested to see how architects and homeowners and designers use it, because you can use it, I guess, on a small scale, or you can use it on a really large scale where it becomes really interesting. So I can't wait to see that. Brickworks is such a significant company. I'm thrilled to be able to collaborate with such a great Australian company.
That's fantastic. Must be a lovely feather in your cap.
Yeah.
It certainly is. Well,
It's
congratulations.
very exciting to launch it.
Well, let's have a look at some of the patterning options that you've created with Kite Breeze block.